Hi, welcome to week 4, your physical regulation as a neurodivergent parent. In this video, we're going to invite you to think a little bit about how to look after yourself in this area of your body and brain, and to think about all of the needs form part of this physical regulation, and that includes your nutrition habits, your hydration, your habits of sleep, and also the amount of physical activity and stimulation you give to yourself. The better you get at this, the more available you're going to be to provide and be available to fulfill your children's needs. So let's go for it. Let's talk about what gets in our way of looking after ourselves as a neurodivergent parents, as neurodivergent adults and people in general. Our brains tend to be a little bit heavier and harder to start off at times. We have brains that are more sensitive to the different changes and stimuli from the environment. Therefore, we're less sensitive sometimes to what is going on with our bodies, what's going on inside our bodies. This is called interoception, and we also are less likely to notice what we're feeling in terms of different emotions. This is called introception. So because of this, we might be losing the different cues that our bodies are giving us to notice when we need something. So some of the things that may happen to you that gets in your way of looking after yourself are, for instance, in terms of nutrition, you feeling dysregulated and feeling a bit anxious, you're more likely to go and empty the cupboard with all of the sweets that you had and all of the treats that you bought for your kid snacks, for instance. Or if being really hyper focused on a new project, you might really power up with the work, that this happened to me so many times, and totally lose the the awareness that time is gone by, and then you missed your lunch time, and you've been sitting in the same chair for 6 hours without a break, neither uh, not even standing up to go to the toilet for a little bit. Also, because our circadian rhythms tend to be out of sync, um, sometimes we might get more hyperactive at night, for example. And you might find yourself dancing salsa in the living room at midnight. That's me. So probably you have many more funny examples they may come to mind. Here we go with a friendly reminder for you, is that self-care is not optional for a neurodivergent person, it is essential for us. So in terms of this, learning how to look after yourself, it's very important that you are not aiming, or we're not aiming to be perfect at this process. It's more like it's a learning journey. And what is very important is for you to start thinking and envisioning how would looking after yourself and being better at this self-care looks like. What is your actual what is that you envisioning yourself feeling, for instance? How would you picture yourself changing in your life in order to get there? And then take one step at a time in the right direction until you get there. So it's not about perfection, it's about moving forward in the right direction with the small step that you can take, positive step that you can take today. Now we would like to invite you to think about the changes that you would like to choose to start feeling that you're looking after yourself better in terms of your physical regulation. One of the things that we would like to help you with is to learn how to prioritize these changes. And in order to do that, to think or to use something like this grid, in which you think about how easy it is to take and start these changes in your life, and how easy it is for you, and how effective or how likely are they to work out, to work in the short term and then in the long term. There are certain things that we call quick wins, so we know that they're really easy to do for you, and they're really effective. They're going to work out right away. For every person this might be different, so think think about it for a little while. And the other changes that require a little bit more effort, they're really important to sustain your well-being over time, but they might be a little bit trickier. They might not be these easy wins or these quick wins. They might take more effort, and those imply that you will need to start changing like different habits in your daily life. So start thinking about the between those two. And start reflecting about what are the changes that you would like to commit to. Now we would like to invite you to work in your worksheet and use this space to reflect about your physical regulation, and to rate yourself in different areas that are important in this big topic of your life. This has been a whistle stop tour of self-care and physical regulation. And if you would like to reflect a bit more about how your nutrition, hydration, sleep, and physical activity affect the way you function as a neurodivergent adult and as a parent, check out our mini course if you're ready to take the next step and reflecting about how it would look like for you if these areas could be feel good enough for you. So yeah,